Hi there, welcome back to Get Gardening. You know, I have never shown you guys my shade garden because it has been in development over the past couple years, but it's starting to get to the point where I'm absolutely in love with it and I wanted to share it with you. So let me introduce you to my shade garden. This garden has been worked on for the past 3 or 4 years, and it is to develop this moss that I have here. I did not plant a single bit of it. This used to be a lawn, and slowly I've been weeding out the grass and letting the moss grow, and I've been planting it with all kinds of wonderful shade-loving plants like hostas and ferns and coral bells. And recently my sister purchased some new plants for us that I planted on this side to kind of echo it. And in here I've got some other wonderful plants. This area is a little bit more sunny, so I wanted plants over here that were going to have that sort of woodland feel, and I think nothing does that better than these plants right here, which are sumacs. The two in the front are tiger sumacs, and the tall one is a cut leaf staghorn sumac. And these are supposed to be absolutely phenomenal in the fall. They turn a brilliant orange, bright red color. I've seen them before. And one thing that I love about them is their foliage. They look to me very similar to ferns. They're kind of our only variety of North American tree ferns, since we do not have any. So I'm really excited. This is a sunny area, like I said, and they'll do well there. And I think they echo this sort of woodland feel that I have here. In this garden I have 2 redbud trees that are this dark color. This is one of my favorite colors in the garden. I love having dark leaved plants. I think it really offsets all the light colors. The moss changes color with the season. The more rain we get, the better it does. It does go a little bit brown if it doesn't get enough moisture, but it grows at temperatures above 34 degrees, and it just needs a good supply of moisture. So in here I've got beautiful Japanese painted ferns. There's 2 different kinds here. I've got a whole collection of hostas you can see in here. I've also got the Empress Wu hosta, which is one of the largest hostas that there are, and they're flowering right now. As you can see, this area over here, there are portions of it that are still where you see the dirt. It's not fully covered by the moss yet, and it's getting there. If I zoom in, you can see the moss is slowly starting to colonize. At this stage, it's really important that I keep pulling out those weeds that, of course, you can see tons of them right there, because they pull a lot of the moisture away from the moss. And this area is my favorite place in the garden to come work. I also am really thankful that my mom has been over here because it's a nice shady area. She's been helping me pull the weeds. Keeping on top of the weeds while it's developing is the most important thing. After that, the moss grows relatively quickly, I do have to say. Last year, this entire garden was covered by my neighbor's roof. It was on top of it. Everything pretty much died. But the moss did come back, and within 1 year, it's grown quite nicely. So here's some more ferns that I have. And yeah, I can't wait for this garden to develop a little bit more. I hope this garden has shown you something different in my property that you've never seen before. I just love working here. It's a cool place to come and work. It's shady. I always feel calm and meditative. And that's my shade garden. My little Zen Paradise, little woodland. Anyways, thank you guys so much for watching. I really appreciate it. I hope you're able to get out there and get gardening.